Hi, Joanne Andrews here to play the B part for Country Gardens for violin and viola. I'm playing on my violin today, but you can do this exact part on your viola, okay? So first of all, we want to notice that there's some pizzicato happening at measure 5, right? So make sure that at measure 5, you quickly shift from your regular bow hold, and you can actually just put your finger out and kind of go from that, or you can actually kind of just hold like this, kind of whatever you want. Okay, this gives you a little bit more control because then you get your thumb anchored and you can do it that way. Otherwise, you just okay. So that's that middle section, and then it's back to arco. All right. Notice that at measure 9 there is a mezzo piano, okay, which means that you want to get quieter. In the next measure, I like to get even a teeny bit quieter so that the transition to the forte at measure 11 is more dramatic. Okay, it makes it more fun. Because the measures 9 and 10 are exactly the same notes, and so we don't want to play them exactly the same way. Okay, that's a musical trick that is really important. Okay, so make sure that at measure 9 you go to mezzo piano, but then at measure 10 you go kind of to piano, and then you go forte in measure 11. Okay, notice there's a repeat sign, and you can see the opposite repeat sign at measure 9, right? So we don't go all the way back to the beginning, we just go to measure 9 and then play to the end. Okay? All right, so we're going to do it very slow at first. This is a pretty easy B part, so if you are able to play this pretty quickly and easily, I challenge you to learn the A part. It's so much fun, and even if you switched back and forth between parts, if you wanted to, you could feel free to do that too, right? That's why it's kind of fun to have both parts on the same page. So if you can play the beginning but not so much the middle and the end, you could play the A part on the beginning and then at measure 9 switch to the B part. Okay, just a thought. But I hope that you'll get excited about learning some of these A parts because they are a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to start quietly. Now we want to make sure our F sharp's in tune, right? So we test our third finger with open G, and then put our second finger right next to it, and then we know it's going to be in tune, okay? So you're thinking 1 and 2, and here we go, and use 4 fingers if you can. It just sounds better. One, two, three, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. It's kind of different because you're on the off beats, and then 2, 3, 4. Especially right there. Okay, if you can't do the other ones, that's fine. But there, it just makes sense not to have to make that string change. Measure 9. Loud. What's smoother? It's just not very smooth with that open, but if you have to do it, notice I'm taking whole bows at this speed. Okay. All right, so that was the B part, very, very slow. Okay, so now let's take it at a faster tempo. It is much more exciting to play when you play it faster. But again, when you're first learning it, try to decide, where am I going to use the fourth fingers? Just write them in. Okay, write them in so that you do it the same way every time and you get used to doing them. Okay, so the ones I would specifically say absolutely use if you can is the first one at the beginning of measure 14 and the last one in measure 12. Okay, the other ones in the beginning of that line are okay to do as opens because the skips are kind of big. Okay, especially in the first measure, you're going from open to open if you want to. But at the end of that measure, it's going to be much smoother to go down to your third finger. And in the other measure, you're going from your third finger to your fourth finger. Okay, so please try to use the fourth finger. I have a video about the fourth finger rule. Okay, why you want to use it, why you want to embrace it, why you want to get it really good at your fourth finger, because it makes you a better player. Okay, so look it up, Andrus Music, fourth finger, and it will come right up. Okay, I don't know that there's another video on YouTube about that. So, and it's important. It's a good thing. Okay. All right, here we go. Country Gardens, a little faster tempo now. It's the B part still, right? 1 and 2, and here we go. And class. I hope. Notice I'm taking less bow when it's softer. All right, you end on an up bow. Okay, so that is different than the B part, or the A part, by the way. Okay, hopefully you are going to get excited about your fourth finger rule. You're going to do some more fourth fingers on this song. You will like it more if you make those smoother transitions, okay, from string to string. And make sure that you're squeezing your half steps, right? What does that mean? That means that you are touching your fingers close together when you have the F sharp to G, okay? That happens a few times. And but you've got a lot of skipping around. So it's easy to just kind of put your second finger wherever, but there's no note. No such note as F whatever, okay? So please play F sharp on this Country Gardens because this is in D major, okay? This is just like our warm-up, right? That we're so passionate about warming up on every time we get to class. So this is why we do the warm-up, so you can sight read things like this and not have it be super hard, okay? And I do want to encourage you to learn the A part if you thought that B part was pretty easy, okay? All right, you can do it. See you soon.